Hi everyone, this is Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video, I'm going to do a tips and tricks guide for the basic entry-level Kindle that I have right here. So earlier this week I uploaded a Kindle tips and tricks guide to the Kindle store. It costs $2.99. I'll put a link under the YouTube video if you want to get it. I'll go over a lot of the stuff that's in here. I'll show you some of the visuals of how things work. So just sort of a couple things getting started here with like turning off the Kindle and stuff. So if you hit the power button, of course, you hold it down, you get the options to bring up restart, power off, and screen off. So one thing you can do if you have a screensaver ads on your Kindle and you don't want to ever see the screensaver ads, you can just hit screen off and it goes to a blank screen. One thing I like about that is when you turn it back on, then it just goes right back to reading, so you don't have to swipe the screen. So normally if you just turn it off, you just hit the power button and it'll go to the screen saver ad, and then you have to swipe the screen when you turn it on. So that's kind of cool being able to avoid seeing that, but it just takes a few seconds longer holding down the power button. A couple other things I wanted to point out, like using this guide. So if you have this installed, you can use the table of contents right here. I went ahead and made it so that you can access all the different aspects of the table of contents from the built-in menu right here. We got free Kindle ebooks and stuff like that. So I mean, like how to fix unresponsive Kindles, and how to set up Kindles and for kids and guests, and borrow Kindle library books and stuff like that. So I want to go ahead and talk about some of these getting started tips. One cool thing you can do while using this guide, if you just want to highlight, you can like highlight a paragraph and then you can add it to your highlights. So you can sort of pin the things that interest you to this, and then you can access them up here on the notes section. So you could have like a whole list of specific notes that you wanted to keep for yourself, you could access them all quickly in one place right there. Okay, so of course here on Kindles we can adjust the font by going into the menu. You can adjust the type and the size. A shortcut to adjusting the size of the font is to use pinch zooming. And then it will go ahead and bring that up, and you can just go ahead and do the text adjustment that way. It's easiest if you just let it do once and instead of trying to mess with it repeatedly, like doing up and down. Just do it once and then it will easily adjust the font size that way. So here's this part about instant translation. So if you just highlight a word, then it will bring up this, and you can actually hit the more section and get the translations right here. There's a whole bunch of different translations. You do have to be connected to the internet though, because this uses Bing's translator. So that does require an internet connection. One of the other features that doesn't require an internet connection is X-ray. It's not available on this particular title because it's nonfiction, but for these type of books you can use X-ray, and then you can get these additional information about the characters in the book. So what I like about this is when you're reading big books, you can get information about characters you may have forgotten about. Right there it'll give you a brief description of the character. So I really do enjoy using the X-ray feature on Kindle devices. If you're reading and you want to skip pages, you can just swipe up from the bottom and it brings open this fast scan page where you can hold down on this and scan through pages quickly. You can use this to jump chapters, and you can just use the dial to jump around as well. And then you can just jump back to that. And if you wanted to access or go back to where you were, you just hit the back button. So the back button acts as sort of a history. It remembers everywhere you've been. So even if it was like forward, it'll go back to wherever you were before hitting that. So it's more of a history than just a back button. Okay, so you see this little thing down here? It's the time left in chapter. If you tap that, you get time left in book, and if you tap it again, you get rid of it, and then you can also view location, and then books that have page numbers, you can also cycle through page numbers as well down there. Okay, one of the features Kindles have is you can switch over to landscape mode while reading. You just come up here into the settings, and then you can read this way instead of having the regular portrait view. So one thing with the search is you got to get used to all the different places you can search. So if you wanted to search in the book, you could just leave it the default when you're searching in the book, but you also have all these different other options up here. For my items, text, you can search the Kindle store, Goodreads, and also on Wikipedia. So you got all these different options. So when you search Wikipedia, it'll open up the web browser instead of just leaving it here in the ebook. And then it'll show you each place it appears in the guide when you do a search. Alright, so here's the part about screenshots. To take screenshots with Kindles, you have to tap the lower corner and the top corner at the same time, and it will flash like that to let you know when it activates. You can do it the other corners as well. It's kind of hard getting the timing right and not turning the pages, but it does work, and then you can access those using a computer. Alright, let's talk about some of the options you have from the home screen menu. You got some different sorting and viewing options. If we come in here, you can actually view list view. You got the regular home screen view with the cover view, and you can also go ahead and sort by recent, title, author, and then you got these different sections in here. So if you wanted to go ahead and create collections, you just come up here and then hit create new collections. So once you've created a collection, you can hold down on it and then you can show only in collection view. You can have it show in all views like it is now. So you got these different viewing options for the collections. And then if you also want to view more information about a title or whatever, you can hold down on it. You can get the book description. You can search in it from right here. You can also view your bookmarks, and then you can also delete it from here. So when you delete it from here, a Kindle ebook, it won't delete it from your Kindle library. So there's information in here how you can actually delete it permanently from your home, from your Kindle library. A couple other things down here on the home screen. If you look closely, there's this little progress indicator right down here. Kind of gives an idea how long the book is in relationship to the others, and then it'll show you how much you got finished. And this thing down here that I always never really think about, you can actually jump pages by on the home screen just by hitting that. So you notice that I don't have those recommended titles down there. You can turn those off in settings. That's like the number one first thing I do is go into device options, personalize your Kindle, then right over here you can turn that off on the home screen from viewing those recommended titles that Amazon puts on there by default. So it's a lot better without those. You get the wider view. And so one of the other settings one of the other options in the settings menu is the option for partial page refresh. It's kind of a big setting because right now it's turned on where it does the partial refresh on every page right there. So if we went in and turned it on, the screen would flash black with every page turn. The difference is that when you have it flash black every page turn, the text is clearer. It doesn't have any kind of ghosting. Or if you look closely, you can see a little bit of after images from previous pages when you have partial refresh turned on. So if that kind of bothers you, you can go into the settings menu and toggle that setting off so that it refreshes every single page and does help with the text being clearer. Okay, so all Kindles have the option to export notes and highlights. So whenever you make notes or highlights, as you can see on the home screen, there's this folder. It's called My Clippings. It's a basic text file. So anytime you add notes or highlights, it gets added to that text file. Then you can go ahead and connect it to your computer and extract that file. And then you can go ahead and use third-party programs to convert it to more readable formats, because it's kind of awkward just in the format it's in. So there's some different options to getting your notes and highlights off, and you can also visit them on the web as well, and just view them on Amazon's website basically, and edit them and view them from there as well. So one of the best places to get free ebooks is Amazon themselves. You go to the top 100 free ebooks page, or the 100 Kindle ebooks page, and go to the free tab, and then that's the best place to find like all the newer like promotional titles that are available for free that are more popular. Of course, you can go ahead and get some classics from a lot of places like Feedbooks and Project Gutenberg as well. So there are definitely more places for ebooks than just Amazon. A lot of people don't realize you can get the ebooks from public libraries as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this tips and tricks guide right here. I just wanted to show some of the things that were in this tips and tricks guide, some of the basic tips for the Kindle, and some different things you can do to get started with it. So check out the ebookreader.com for some additional information. Like I said, you can download this book on the Kindle store. I'll have the link under the video at YouTube. So thank you for watching, and you folks have a good day.